everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is Property Doctor Show, the show that brings to property owners and property users the easiest remedies to maintain your homes, to manage your homes, even to acquire property. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me on the program Property Doctor. In this program, we talk about properties, how to acquire the properties, how to maintain and to manage our properties, and build assets through investment. It's still the new beginning. We need to plan something positive this year so that we can do a number of interesting things this year. We have a number of topics, interesting topics about safety, about asset acquisition, about maintenance and management of our buildings. But today we'll be talking about building assets through investment. Thank God for 2022. A lot happened, but God saw us through. And thank God for this year. 2023 is a good opportunity for all of us. We have hopes, expectations, and different plans. A lot of people had different resolutions. I pray that God will grant us good heart desires and see us through. This particular episode is to give tips on how to build your assets in case you're taking the route of building assets through properties. There are some facts we need to know. The first fact I want to talk about is the building you are staying in, your own home that you built, that you're staying in, it's not an investment. The house you built and you're living in is not an investment. It's good to have an investment, but the house you built that you're staying in, to me, is not an investment. But before you start wondering, what do I mean by that? An investment is something that brings in income. That means it's paying some bills. Like the definition says that an investment is an asset acquired or invested to build wealth and to save money, to save your hard-earned money and your income, and for it to be appreciative. That is, it can appreciate. Investment primarily is an additional source of income or gain or profit from what it is you are doing over a specific period of time. Your personal building is an asset to you, but it's not an investment. It's not something that can be yielded, because when you're staying in that property, you're not paying rent. Or are you paying yourself the rent of staying in your own house? I don't know if anybody does that, but if you're doing that well, then you can consider it as an investment. That means you're paying yourself the rent to your building. But if you're not doing that, then just know that that building you're staying in is not your investment. It's an asset, but we are looking at those properties that you can acquire that can help you get some income, pay some bills for you that you don't need to disturb yourself about. I want to get money to pay for this bill or the other bill, maybe school fees or maybe your holiday, or just to get extra income. So when you're investing or buying an asset, you're just growing, and you're growing your investment. You're trying to build up your asset. You're getting something that will help you get an answer. For instance, there was an argument some time ago that somebody said he has some money and he would rather use the money to do his business. Then when the business grows, he will now buy his building. And another guy said he's going to have his own house first before building the business. Now, what do you think? As an individual, if you have money, would you rather build your house, your personal house first, where you are going to live in, and now believe that you use that house as a collateral to get money to start your business? Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you feel or what you think about this particular scenario. When you want to invest in properties, what kind of properties should you be thinking about this new year? Try to look at buildings or properties that can get returns quickly. If you don't have so much money, you can go for smaller properties. You can go for lands. We had an episode where we talked about how to get income from your land. You can watch one of our videos on that. But you can get your land, you can rent your land out, you can lease it to different people. Just watch the video, you get more tips on that. But today we'll just talk about having smaller investments. You can have a small shop or a stall in a market, and this can get you returns quickly. There are so many advantages of getting a shop in a market. This is from experience. This is from my own personal experience. If you have a small shop, number one, you don't have so many repairs to do in the shop. You don't have plumbing repairs, unlike if you have a rented apartment that you're giving out. In the shop, you just have maybe electrical. You need to fix your electrical faults in case there's the need for that in maintenance. You don't have to repair this room, repair that room. It's just a shop, just one room. And you find out that the yield is faster. And also, I also observed that you can get returns on your shop, especially if it's in a prime position. The income is faster, is higher. You can get better rent, and the return on your investment is higher if you have a shop. Then you get your rent quicker. Sometimes they even pay you before the end of the tenure because nobody wants to lose its place of business. But for those who do residential apartments, like smaller units, you can also go for like a one-room apartment. You can also go for maybe two-bedroom apartment or a self-contained apartment, like a studio flat. It's easier than building a duplex and renting it out. So if you're just starting, you start small. You start small, take a step. Like children, like babies, they take one step at a time before they become, they become stronger in their walk in life. So try as much as possible to take your investment smaller and take a step at a time. It makes you see the dangers or the mistakes you can make. So when you're making mistake, you make mistake from a smaller portion instead of making your mistake in a bigger venture. So try as much as possible to do business in a way that you can build up. Your mistakes are minimal and your returns too will be growing. It will be small at first, but it keeps building up. And as it's building up, you're getting stronger. So building your assets through your properties is very important. You'll also find out that you can use your buildings as collateral. You can also use it, maybe you can use it to get another property. Maybe you can use it as equity to get another property if you're trying to build up. So there's so many reasons why you need to go into investment through properties. This is something that I've seen over the years. There are other businesses that have come up. You see stock, you see other kinds of businesses, not MMMO, those kind of business that people do. A lot of them, they're seasonal. But for properties, it has lasted. It has stood the test of time. So what's your own opinion about investment through properties? I know some people have challenges in the rentals. When you rent out your building, sometimes your homes can be vandalized. You have tenants that don't want to pay rent, or maybe any other problem concerning the building. But what's your own opinion about having to build your asset through properties? Somebody also mentioned something like, everybody we know that, oh, I have so much money by the time they see that I have a building. Well, it's your own choice. Let me know what you think. You have so many points to talk to me about in the comment section. But let's talk about building assets through properties so that we know what we'll do during this year. It's nice being with you today on another episode of Property Doctor. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode. And if you did, please don't forget to click the like button. Click the subscribe button if you have not done so. Please, what are you waiting for? This is another year. It's another opportunity to get tips on your buildings. Shelter is very important. I hope to see you same time next week for another interesting episode of Property Doctor. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day and bye. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is Property Doctor Show, the show that brings to property owners and property users the easiest remedies to maintain your homes, to manage your homes, even to acquire property.